What's up, danglers? So it is finally time for the very first episode of the Better Tackle Systems Recon. So this whole series is based around me just taking the Recon to a bunch of different places. And the whole idea is that the only things I can use are what's in the box. Now the Recon holds a little bit of everything. So let's take a look. What do we got here? So in this Recon, we got some Pop Maxes, we got some Flat Slaps, we got some Pop X's, we got X80 Juniors, we got X80s, we got some SRX Griffins, some Karashis, there's a Super Z in there. So we are going to put everything, or at least most of the things in this box to work and try to catch as many fish as possible. So with that being said, I brought 3 rods with me so we can have a little bit of variety of things tied on all at once. And we are just gonna get to dangling, guys. So here in northern New Jersey, we have had basically no rain in the last month. So things are going to be a little challenging. Water levels are very low, and of course, being a bank angler, that does pose a little bit of a challenge to me, but I think we'll be fine because, again, the Recon has a little bit of everything in there for just about every water depth you can think of. So, with that being said, I think one of the first things we are actually going to tie on is, and just about everything in this box, I have never even fished before, like in general. So, it's going to be exciting all around. So, let's see. I think we're actually going to take this Karashi. I'm slacking on my colors. So, this Karashi we're going to tie on to my spinning rod. And then I think we're going to take this white Megabass Griffin SRX. We're going to tie that bad boy on my crankbait rod. And then I think we're going to put a little topwater on. And since I do think we are finally getting into that fall transition, temperatures are definitely dropping, we're going to tie on a Viper Red, I know that one, Pop Max. So let's get these bad boys tied on and let's get to dangling. Fish on. Nice. All right. First fish on the Karashi. First fish ever on a Karashi. Fun fact. He gulped it too. Oh. Yeah, you gulped it. Right on your tongue there. Can we pop that out easily? I think we can. Oh. Ha. All right. A little bloody to start the day, but he will be okay. Little hook. Oh. Beautiful. Little dinky. Little dinky. Alright, it's a fish on the Pop Max. Also the first for me. Cool. Little dinky, but I'll take it. Alright, so that's one on the Karashi and one on the Pop Max. So let's get that white SRX tied up and let's try that. Okay, so didn't have any luck or any more action at that first location. I then hit another 2 locations, and as suspected, due to the lack of rain, it was almost impossible to fish efficiently, no pun intended. So I figured, why not come to the body of water that's actually basically right in my backyard, and I know for a fact that the water's deep enough and clear enough for me to fish properly. So we are at this particular location and we are walking up to the boat dock, which is where we'll be fishing off of. You guys actually saw me catch one of my last fish over in the spot on that new G-Crack G-Crazy worm. So we're gonna get set up over here. I might try to throw that Pop Max kind of along the lily pads here. We're definitely gonna be throwing some more griffins. I'll try the white first, but I might change up color. Then I also have a Z1 in this bad boy that I might try as well. And along with that, we're going to continue on with the Karashi. There are some, you know, although we are targeting largemouth, there are some big crappie and big perch in this body of water. So maybe we'll get lucky and catch some slabs of crappie as well. But I'm going to stop flapping my gums and we're going to get these bad boys in the water. All right, start off with this white griffin. I said I might switch over to that Z1 by Megabass. Again, more towards that reddish color I like to throw. Found some weeds. Come on. Of course, it's a pickerel, but nonetheless, my first fish ever. So there we go, first fish on the Griffin. It was a pickerel, but I'll take it. Oh no, whatever shall I do? Oh no, I'm losing my things. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, everything's ruined. No, not at all. That's the great thing about better tackle systems is one, it floats, as you can see, and it's gonna keep your baits dry and waterproof. Check it. So that happens from time to time, especially when you're on a dock like myself, not paying attention. You accidentally kick things. Dry as a bone. Bone dry. I love it. And then again, you know, some of the drippage that came off the lid just went in there. Now we have those wonderful drain holes, if you guys can see them. And beneath those drain holes, we have our silica packs, which are going to then absorb all of that moisture and keep those hooks rust free. Love it. Okay. So now I got that out of my system. Let's get back to fishing. So we're gonna keep throwing that Griffin. Actually, I'm gonna change colors. We're gonna change from that white, and I think I'm gonna go to, let's pull it out right now. We're gonna go to, I think, we're gonna go to Crazy Pink. So we're gonna tie on that pink Griffin, see if that entices some bass, and then we're gonna tie on our SSR Ito Shiner. So let's get those bad boys rigged up and let's get back to dangling. Okay, I lied. We're not going to do the Crazy Pink Griffin for now. I'm actually going to tie on my Z1, or Super Z, I should say, Z1. So this is, again, going to more replicate that reddish color for me that I want to be throwing. But we do got a little bit of dark purple there, some orange, bright orange on the belly. But we do got a little bit of red. So I think I'm going to actually go with that. And that will also be my first time throwing that as well. And hopefully I'll be able to say my first time catching a fish on there. So we're going to get that bad boy tied on. And, yes, the SSR. I'm okay. I know what I'm doing. As soon as I paused it. Was I not just talking about perch? Pretty sure I mentioned that. Hey! It's been a while since I caught a perch. Come on. You and your spikes. You and your little spikes here. Definitely turning into a multi-species kind of day. Give me your face. Give me your face. Your face. Your face. Hey. Little yellow perch on the Super Z. Okay. So we caught two little bass. We caught a pickerel and a perch. I think that's a good way to represent the Recon because it carries a little bit of everything. So here I am catching a little bit of everything. Is it the 10-pound largemouth I'm looking for? No. But that's okay. Because all of these things I know and I'm confident in, even though I guess technically I haven't fished most of them, but I fished these styles of baits and I know they are more than capable of catching big fish. But it's also pretty cool to catch a variety. And again, perfect way to represent the Recon, a variety. So maybe switching over to that SSR will be the next thing to do, because we are kind of upping the size of the bait itself. Again, like these Griffins and the Super Z are, you know, definitely on the smaller end of crankbaits. But again, I want to throw things that are more shallow running just because, you know, everything I've been talking about since the beginning of this video just makes my life a lot more easier. Okay, we're back at the box. Let's grab our SSR. I believe this is in the Aurora Pink color. So we're going to cut off our Pop Max for now. We may revisit that. So we're going to get that bad boy laid in there. Now let's get our Ito Shiner tied up and let's see what we can find. Okay, so it appears the action has kind of died down over here. Not seeing any bass yet, but we did catch that perch and we did catch that pickerel. We got those two smaller bass at the first location. So I think we're going to stick to this location, but I'm actually going to swing around to the other side. Just down that way, there's a nice big tree that's in the water. So there's some nice structure over there. So I think that might be the golden ticket to finally finding some big old bucket mounts. So let's grab our rods, we're gonna grab our Recon, and we're gonna circle around and hit the other side. Okay, so we have broke on through to the other side. So we're gonna stick with our Ito Shiner SSR, and then we might go back to that Super Z. We still got that Karashi tied on. Maybe an X80. We'll see where we go, or how we make out with this SSR and the stuff we have tied on now, and then we'll take it from there. I'm gonna shut up now. Okay. Right where I wanted it. Beautiful. There we go. Here we go. I think we actually have a bass this time, guys. We do. We do. We do. On the Ito Shiner, baby. Finally. Now we're talking. Now this is what I wanted in the first place. Now we're getting somewhere. Cool. Whoop. I love it. I absolutely love it. Ito Shiner, baby. Ito Shiner. Again, still bigger than the first two we caught, so I'll take it. Okay, we're gonna give the SSR a little bit of a break, and we're gonna jump back over to that Super Z. Speaking of which, I'm pretty sure, because this is my only Super Z1 that I have, I picked this up from none other than some James on Whatnot. Go. Another little guy. It's a bass, so that's a plus. Definitely veering away, it appears, aside from maybe the pickerel, from the multi-species end of things. So again, a dink, but I'll take it. Okay, so no more action on the Super Z. So I think to round out this whole first episode of the Recon, we're gonna go back to our Karashi here. And then, yeah, we'll be doing this frequently, where I just take the Recon out and we just see what we can catch with whatever's in that box. So today the idea was to just hit a bunch of different locations, not just one location in general. And unfortunately, like I said, the lack of rain here in northern New Jersey has made that next to impossible, at least with a lot of the locations that I'm used to fishing and I've had most of my luck at. But thankfully, the things that are in the Recon are helping me catch some fish. Not the monsters I hoped for, but I'm still catching fish. So let's try our Karashi, I believe. Again, don't remember the color of this, but I know I got this from Black Hills Fishing Co. on Whatnot. Okay. I know I said we were kind of veering away from the multi-species thing, but now that I'm throwing the Karashi again, that might change. Beautiful. Though I certainly want to avoid the pickerel with this as much as possible. Gee Louise. Look at the size of that bluegill. Again, not a bass, but I will happily take it. That's cool. Look at that slab. It's been a while since I've caught a slab of a bluegill like this. Holy moly. Alright, get out. I know we wanna. I know we wanna. Like, this bluegill is so big, I can thumb it. On that Karashi. Thanks, big old bluegill. Go. What do we got here? Little dinky. Oh. Another little dinky. So guys, I think on that note, we are going to wrap up this first episode of the Better Tackle Systems Recon Challenge. I think I proved what I wanted to prove today. The Better Tackle Systems is durable, it floats, keeps your bait safe, and the Recon specifically carries a little bit of everything and catches you a little bit of everything. So guys, please make sure you go check out bettertacklesystems.com to get your Recon today. And don't forget to use my code, which I will leave down below or it'll flash up on the screen, to get 10% off your order at American Traditions on Whatnot. But yeah, make sure you guys go check out Better Tackle Systems. I will definitely be back with more Recon challenges along with a new box. I'll give you a hint. 110. If you know, you know. All right, guys, me and my dink here. We'll catch you later.
Yes, indeed. They call me Mr. Greed worldwide. And I'm blackout.